My name is Julia and welcome to today's yoga class. I'm super excited to have you here on the mat today, and today's class actually came as a special request from a dear friend of mine who has a wrist injury at the moment. And this is something you actually see quite often, that people will have a shoulder injury, wrist injury, or something of the sort that makes positions like downward facing dog, tabletop and plank very challenging and they need to stay away from. So today's class is going to be called the no hands class, and that's exciting for most people because there's no planks too. And I'm really excited to get going. So let's start by standing at the top of the mat. Have your feet hip width distance apart. Engage the thighs, pulling the knees up, bringing the pelvis down and under, having a nice long spine, rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then down the back, so you're lengthening the neck here. And allowing one hand to go on top of your heart space and one hand to go on top of your belly. And when you feel ready, just close your eyes. Start to connect with your natural breathing. Maybe this is the first time that you've connected with your breath today, or maybe even this week. Just see how it's feeling. Is it short and shallow? Or are you able to take long, deep breaths already? Trying to pass no judgment here, just seeing how your breath feels and where you feel it in the body. Maybe it's a rise and falling of your chest against your hand, or the rise and fall of your belly. Or maybe it's just right at the inception as you feel it come in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to become aware of your body, feeling all four corners of both of your feet nice and grounded in the mat below you. Feel supported. Feel your legs gently engaged. Your pelvis tucked under, your spine nice and long. And see if you can try and make yourself grow taller with hardly any movement, but just seeing if you can allow yourself to grow a little bit taller, as if something was pulling you from a piece of string at the top of your head. Allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears again, and the muscles around the face to relax. And take this moment of stillness before we get moving to set an intention for today's class. Maybe it's to keep this awareness of the breath activated, or the awareness of the body, or ideally both, throughout the short time that we have here together. And then slowly start to deepen your breath, inhaling into the chest, filling up the rib cage, and filling up the belly. And then exhale out the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Two more like this. Inhale, chest, midsection, belly, and then exhale, belly, midsection, and chest. And then slowly coming back to your regular breathing, bring your hands together in front of heart center, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and bow towards yourself for showing up on the mat today. A moment of gratitude. And let that take you through the rest of the class. And now keep your hands where they are and just slowly rock your head from side to side. So we're gently massaging out the neck. And take it really nice and slow here. If this is the first movement that you're doing all day with your neck, be very gentle and very aware of how you're feeling. One more time on each side, rocking from side to side. And then slowly come back to center, lift the chin up from the chest and open the eyes. Inhale, lengthen the arms up towards the ceiling, palms touching, and grow tall here. So inhale, really lengthen the side body. And then exhale, lean over to the right. And just stay here for a moment. I'll turn to face you. Allowing yourself to really stretch out the left side body. Inhale. And then exhale, come through center and take it over to the left side. Making sure your chest stays nice and open towards the ceiling so we're not folding in here on the pose. Lengthening the right side body. And maybe pushing through the right foot here to get an even longer stretch. Exhale to come back through center. And then slowly bend at the knees, swan dive forward, so opening the arms as wide as they can. And then slowly, as you're bending the knees, drop the body onto the knees and onto the thighs and just rock from side to side in a ragdoll pose here. And really let your head hang heavy so there's no tension on the neck. Feeling that lovely stretch along the lower back. And make sure to keep your knees nice and bent here. We don't need to go into the full extension of a forward fold yet. We're just slowly opening up the back body, allowing the head and the neck to take a little bit of relaxation here. And then slowly coming back to center, dropping the arms if they were clasped, and then slowly chin comes in towards the chest. Let's roll our way up to standing. Arms coming back up overhead, palms touch. And then exhale, bringing the arms down, Tadasana. Let's do half sun salutation A. So inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, bending at the knees, forward fold. Inhale, coming to a flat back position so the hands can come to the shins or down in front of you on the mat. Lengthening the spine. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, coming back up to standing. Exhale, Tadasana. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, arms up one last time and stretch. And then exhale, keep the hands at heart center. And now try to bring your weight onto your left foot here. We're going to get into a little balancing pose. And then inhale, lift the right knee in towards the chest. And let's just hold here a minute and start to activate the core so we're not folding back. We're really holding ourselves up nice and straight. Point the toe. Maybe inhale, lift the knee a little bit closer to you. Exhale. Inhale, lifting it a little bit higher. Exhale. And then slowly with control, bend the left leg and then kick the right foot out behind you. We're going to come into a high lunge. Just take it nice and slowly and then stepping back into our high lunge. Taking a moment here to drop the shoulders away from the ears again and feeling nice and strong in this powerful position. Dropping the hips down and trying to keep a nice 90-degree angle with the front leg. On an inhale, we're going to come forward and lean over the legs with the arms out in front of us, and then bring the arms behind you, coming into airplane lunge. Activating the pinky fingers and then pushing them towards each other so your triceps are really working here, and kicking the back heel towards the back of the mat. Feeling nice and powerful here in this full body position. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, coming back to our high lunge and slowly opening out into warrior two. So placing the back foot flat on the mat, 45-degree angle, dropping the shoulders away from the ears again and sitting nice and deeply into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then flipping that front palm, let's come into reverse warrior, keeping the lower body just as it is, as we bring the left arm up and over the left ear, right hand gently placed on the back leg, and enjoy the left side body stretch here as we keep nice and strong in the legs. Try to keep both legs equally pushing towards the ground so we're getting a nice equal balanced force between both legs in this warrior position. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly coming back into warrior two. And let's swivel on the back foot so we're back into our high lunge. And with that lovely strength and balance, bring the hands in front of the heart center and lift back up, lifting your right knee in towards the body. Amazing. Dropping the right leg. Let's just shake the body out a little bit before we go to the other side. And now putting the weight into the right foot here. Bring the hands again to heart center. Finding your strength, finding your balance. And let's lift the left leg up off the mat. Again, pointing the toes here, activating the core, feeling nice and straight and tall. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lifting the knee a little bit closer to the body. Exhale. And then again, kicking the left leg back this time, and we come into our high lunge nice and slowly as we bend that front knee. And finding our high lunge on this side. Inhale, lengthening the fingertips away from the body. Exhale to sit deep. Inhale. And then exhale, sitting deep. And then on the inhale, we're going to lean over the front leg again, coming into our airplane lunge, bringing the arms behind you, activating all of the muscles in the arms, pulling the pinky fingers. I'm focusing way too much on holding this pose here. And activating the whole body. It's a really powerful position because everything is working. Gazing just gently in front of the mat so your neck is nice and long. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly coming back into our high lunge and meet me in warrior two. Sitting nice and deep into that front leg. Shoulders away from the ears. Holding here. Inhale. And exhale. And let's flip that front palm and coming into reverse warrior on this side, leaning over to the back, feeling that beautiful stretch along the right side body here as we sit nice and deep into the right knee, into the right leg, feeling this powerful, dynamic warrior position. Inhale, and then exhale, coming back to warrior two, swivel on the back foot, coming back into our high lunge, and then bringing the hands through heart center and slowly lifting up into standing, bringing the knee in towards the chest, holding here, and then release. Amazing. So shake it out a little bit here. We're going to bring the feet together to touch in the middle of the mat and come into chair pose. So inhale, drop the hips down, bring the arms up overhead. If your hands or your shoulders are struggling, you can also bring your hands onto your knees or onto your hips, or you can just let them dangle. It's all about the legs here as you sit nice and deep, and try and pick up all of your toes here so you can make sure that the weight is on the heels and not directly on the knees. Inhale and exhale, sit a little bit lower. Inhale, exhale, sit lower, feel that shake. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly come down to seated without any hands and find yourself into Navasana. So now we're getting a little bit of core activation here. Again, your arms can be active or passive, or if this is too much for you, you can also just rest them onto the thighs. Otherwise, holding the arms out, opening the chest, breathing deeply here. Inhale, exhale. And if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can also straighten the legs, activating the core even more. Just making sure your chest is nice and open, trying to keep your spine nice and long. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly releasing the feet down onto the mat, and just give yourself a nice big hug. Drop your chin in towards the chest. Exhale. A nice inhale here as you stretch the back body. Exhale. And then slowly lift the head up, bring the soles of the feet together. I'll come to face you as we come into butterfly pose to stretch the hips. So just inhale the arms up overhead, grow nice and long, and exhale, folding over the legs. If you'd like to, you can put your forearms down onto the mat in front of you, palms facing up, and then see if you can lean over the legs a little bit more with each inhale. And exhale, become heavier to fold. Inhale, activating yourself up and over. Exhale to fold. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly lifting the head up. Let's bring the soles of the feet onto the mat in front of you and just slowly knock your knees from side to side. And with actually using no hands, you're activating the core a little bit here, which is awesome. So getting an internal and external rotation of the hips. And then slowly coming back into seated. So take a cross-legged position here if this feels good for you, or you can sit onto the heels and drop your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, roll your shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale to roll them down the back, and then slowly close your eyes. Start to connect with your breath again. See how your body's feeling. Maybe there's a little bit more heat. Maybe a little bit more stillness. And even through injury, or sometimes things just not working out the way that we want them to, we can come back to our practice and always find gratitude for other things that we have in life. Or maybe even if it is an injury, gratitude for the healing process that our body is doing every second of the day. And then slowly bring your hands together at heart center again. Bow your chin towards your chest, and again, one big feeling of gratitude for yourself showing up on the mat today for you. And then try and take this feeling of gratitude in with you throughout the rest of the day. And you can slowly lift your head and open your eyes. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Whatever your ailment may be, I hope that you get well soon. Please let me know if you like this class, or if you have any other specific recommendations for classes you'd like to see. I'm all ears. Have an amazing rest of the day. Bye.